Discovering a country with such a rich history as Peru can be a heart and mind-opening experience. Even if you travel without a specific intention, it would still be a fascinating journey into an enchanting, colorful, ancient culture. Traveling enables us to expand our worldview. It's like having a mild psychedelic experience available at any time. André Gide, French author and winner of the Nobel Prize in Literature 1947, said, "Man cannot discover new oceans unless he has the courage to lose sight of the shore." That is true, both for earthly discoveries and those made with your mind. The concept of taking a vacation in order to reduce stress is not new. Millions of people worldwide do it every year. Getting away from work and daily responsibilities can be the necessary break one needs to relax. However, upon return, the experience quickly fades away, leaving only a vague memory. Life continues as usual. Pictures serve as the lone reminder of the time spent away. The feeling has vanished. On the other hand, a spiritual vacation, a journey inward, besides being a stress reliever, can clarify where your life is heading. Getting a bird's eye view of your life might lead to positive and transformative changes. Sergey Baranov, an author of a series of books on plant medicine shamanism, calls his new book, The Cactus of Sanity, Wachuma, in a time of chaos, the medicine carried in words. The Cactus of Sanity is not fiction, but the reality that awaits those who travel to Peru every year to meet the author at Huachuma Wasi, his healing center in the Sacred Valley. Sergey believes that looking forward to something helps us move through difficult times. Such is the time we are living today.
welcome everyone. I'm here with Sergey Baranov. He is the Wachuma medicine man here at Huachuma Wasi in Peru. And today we're going to do a little interview with you, Sergey, just to get to know you.
Okay.
And I don't know anyone who can answer Wachuma questions better than you.
Okay.
So, all right. So my first question for you is, what got you into this work, and why did you come to Peru specifically?
Oh, that's a long conversation.
Well, a little summary.
Yeah. No. Well, I was on a spiritual path since I remember myself, even as a kid. It just was a progression of things, but I always was seeking for truth, meaning, and magic in life, even as a kid. And I just, I grew in a very restrictive communist environment. I'm from Soviet Russia, born in Ukraine.
Mm-hmm.
I was part of Soviet Union then. And, in our environment, it was completely absent. Anything spiritual was absent. It's just a very rigid, socialist, authoritarian society where you just worship state as a god.
Mm-hmm.
And you just go to work and that's all you do,
Yeah.
So the sense of magic was not even in the air,
Okay.
although I always felt it. So as I grew, older, I was seeking for tools that would bring me closer to what I was feeling inside, but couldn't really grasp it. So it was, reading, and then later it was, meditation and all the usual things that are available. But it wasn't in Russia. That was already, in Israel when we immigrated, and it was all good, but still was very superficial for my taste. And I want to go deeper. I want to dive into it. I want to swim into it like a fish in the ocean, not just observe it from the beach, So that led me to psychedelics, and intuitively I felt that I can find my answers in higher states of consciousness. And I've done that, and of course at that time, it was limited. We didn't have plant medicine. It was just lab-made stuff, and it played its part. It was a certain stage, and certainly a bridge to where I am today. But it didn't do the job as the plant medicine had done when I finally met this later. And the way it was happening is that I moved to America, and from there the surge became possible. Something that I always wanted to do. I always wanted to find real shamans and, have a real plant medicine experience and understand for myself, see things for myself without being told about things. I was tired of description. By reading thousands of books, spirituality, it's all the same. It's just, okay, I got the map, but where is the destination here? You have to reach the destination, and it's not on the map, because the map is a theory. It's a space of knowledge, but not experience, So knowledge is available, but not experience, and I was looking for experience.
Yeah.
So intuitively, I was just looking for plant medicine, and I was, I was very inspired by Carlos Castaneda books when I was young, 19 years old. The thing is that things become possible, and I took the opportunity, and I just went, and I had plant medicine experience in Peru. I found people in Peru, Dal Howard, he was my teacher.
Mm-hmm.
And then from there I found people in Mexico, so it was in parallel. I was doing Mexico and Peru at the same time, kind of thing, in parallel. Doing Huachuma here, starting from my ayahuasca here in Peru, with him too. And I didn't feel resonance with ayahuasca, it was very difficult for me. And when it came to Wachuma, I just realized right away it's my medicine. It's something I was looking for all my life. I just knew it, this is my medicine. And but ayahuasca did very good work too, so it just was difficult physically, but it was important. It was important work, so she opened the gate for sure. And then everything became possible after that point,
Yeah.
So it was Huachuma here and then Peru in Mexico. So I was going in between two countries, and I was living in California back then.
Right.
So I was, I found what I was looking for, which is a real path. A path that I can walk and experience. You can call it alternative reality, you can call it altered state of consciousness, you can call it other names, but these are just names, What you experience is the reality in a way that you cannot experience otherwise. That's just the truth of it, I wouldn't even call it higher states of consciousness because it's beyond that, which is technically it's true. It's higher than your waking consciousness, of course, but it's going even beyond that. You experience real magic, something that I knew existed but never could actually see it in the world where I was. And even when I was doing psychedelics, it was just a kind of a glimpse into this world, but not the actual entrance, And in the plant medicine, I found that.
And sorry, you've worked with many plant medicines, as you were saying. What made you go for Wachuma, or did Wachuma choose you? Like, how did it happen, that connection with Wachuma?
It just felt right. It just felt like I knew this medicine. It just felt like that's what I love. It just completely resonated with my nature, It just was clear as a day. Here I am in this magical world, completely objective, completely, mindful, completely here, present.
Yeah.
And yet, I experience the absolute magic that opens up for you in this medicine, that allows you to think, feel, to really go deep inside yourself, to see inside yourself very deeply. And all this happens in such a beautiful way, surrounded by pure beauty. Just stunning, shocking beauty. And that was incredible. And the clarity of the medicine was I was looking for this clarity. Clarity was the thing I was looking for. Because I understood that without clarity nothing makes any sense. It's like you need clarity to understand things.
Yeah, it's
Otherwise it's just confusion.
Yeah.
It's like the opposite of this is just confusion. I wanted to see clearly, So Wachuma, and peyote too. Both mescaline cactus and a bit different, but they are certainly brothers, and but both of them are clarity is what you get, really,
Yeah.
They just allow you to see things as they are, and beyond assumptions and beliefs and all the mind stuff. They just open your vision and you see things, and that's what I was looking for.
Okay. So for people, for example, that have been on the spiritual path, with any practices for many, many years, what would you say that Wachuma brings as an advantage on top of all of these spiritual practices that you can use to grow and to heal?
Clarity. You can just see clearly through everything, through ideologies. You can see the holes in different belief systems, and you can see where people assume the truth instead of knowing the truth.
Yeah.
And that's a serious advantage. So you don't waste years on something that isn't true.
Yeah.
When you don't have clarity, you end up in all kind of organizations and cults, and then you just waste your life away following someone who isn't true teacher, who doesn't know the path, who cannot help you see yourself, and yet you pour your money into it and your time, and basically get used, you know, and abused.
Yeah.
That's one of the advantage. You can see through bullshit clearly and quickly.
Yeah, and you can see also the difference between other people's truth that they have built to live around and to create a comfort zone around their own beliefs that they pass on to others, whether it's their kids or other people that admire them. You can see the difference between that and your own truth that you learn through, connecting with your heart and opening the book that you have for your life.
You see everything. Everywhere you look,
Yeah.
it just becomes clear. It's like you're projecting light into it.
Yeah.
And then, okay, that doesn't look very good. And you move on, you know?
It's like there's no more filters, there's no more masks on top
No,
of
you can. It's like, this is the vision. It opens your vision. And then you see the reality. You see what objectively there. Either it is in the person or in the organization or in anywhere, you know.
Yeah.
It can be anything. It's not everyone who smiles is a good person, and not every politician who gives you, promises
Yeah.
really means that, and so on and so forth. It's like you just see people lie, and it's disgusting, you know.
Yeah,
and
the
you just feel disgust.
Yeah.
So you have to learn to live with that, and you find people who aren't like that, and that's the people who become your friends, your families. You know, it's like you're looking for like-minded people who cherish truth and make them your friends.
For sure,
You
but
know?
you can also see the beauty in places that you couldn't see before because of all these filters that
Yes,
were over
that's
your
true.
vision, over your
That's the
mind.
other side of it.
Yeah.
You know, you were blocked from beauty, blocked from love, and then
Yeah.
suddenly you see an abundance of it, and you're like, whoa. It's like, where was I? Well,
Right.
you were in your head.
Yeah.
You know, so what the medicine does is, Wachuma specifically, takes you from your head and puts you in your heart. And that's where life began.
Yeah.
You start living your life from that point. You start seeing truth and beauty and also ugliness. But you kind of protected from that. Like you see, but you learn to be not affected by that. It's just unfortunate fact of life that you're fortunate not to be a part of.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And then you just focus on the beauty and on the good and on the other aspect of it, you know, because there is truth and there is lies and there is good and there is bad. It's just like, another thing is to transcend that. Yes, you can transcend that, but it exists. So what the medicine allows you is both to see it and transcend that into your own way of living, into your own way of being.
You learn to live in harmony with the world just as it is, not with all the lies to cover up the stuff that you don't want to be real. And
Because this medicine, it's a medicine of truth. You know, you can. It's a conscience medicine. It just opens your conscience. It just awakes your conscience, and then you just see. So you can continue lying to yourself, even if you want. It will be very difficult. It will be very difficult. It's like it will be like carrying a heavy weight
yeah.
on your shoulders. You know, in life. You want to get rid of it. You just want to let it all go and just be real and be authentic and simple and
Be free.
be free. Yeah, exactly. And that's where the joy comes, and that's where the happiness. That's what, when you realize happiness, it's in the state of being. It's not in the stuff you own. It's in the state of your consciousness, in the state of your spirit. It's how you are and who you are. That's where you realize happiness. It's the freedom, it's the easiness of being. Just feel like a bird while still walking.
Who doesn't want that?
I wanted it. I wanted it.
Yeah.
So I wanted it and I found that.
Can you tell us a little bit about what people can expect when they come here at Wachumawasi?
Support, safety, connection, and a profound medicine journey that can open you up and show you the true self, your true self, and help you heal
Hmm. I know a lot of people that need support, that are doing great on their healing path, but there's just like a depth that takes forever to reach if you don't have that little push from plants.
Yes, and guidance
and
that comes
guidance.
with it.
Yeah.
That's what we offer here, and you come, you stay in a beautiful place with good people. You have your privacy, safety, and we do ceremony 3 times a week.
Yeah.
So you take a break from your routine and you allow yourself to experience something amazing, something unbelievable, and you're real.
And especially in the spots that you take people,
It's pure nature.
it's I feel like you carefully chose those spots with the
I love it.
energy,
It's just beautiful.
Yeah.
So you come to the river and there's all beauty there.
Yeah.
It's the best place to do it with. And it's just the place itself helps facilitate healing and understanding.
Yeah, the place itself holds space
Yeah.
for the
certainly.
ceremonies.
So you build the relationship with all
Yeah.
the medicine, with nature around. It's a continuous progress
Yeah.
in the process.
Yeah. And the nature itself teaches us a lot. Whether it's the insects or the animals that are in those places where we have ceremonies, they teach us a lot.
Yeah. A dry leaf that falls on your head
Yeah.
can bring teaching
Yeah.
in a ceremony.
What is special about working with Wachuma medicine in the Sacred Valley of Peru? Because we can work with it in Canada and nature, but what's really special about being in this
Right
valley?
here. Well, it's the land of Wachuma. It's its backyard. It's the home of the medicine,
Yeah.
where it was growing for forever and used for thousands of years by cultures that change each other. So the spirit of the people is here. The tradition is here.
Yeah.
So the place is charged with thousands of years of ceremonies and prayers and everything. If I would bring my medicine to Canada, you still would have a powerful experience. But if you come here, I can take you deeper.
When we come here and we do ceremony here, you have, guidance and you hold space and you're able to really use your experience to support people in their process, but there's also all the wisdom that
Yes,
has been
of
here
the
for
land.
thousands of years, that is still obviously in the land,
Yes.
of all these ceremonies
in the
that took
mountains.
place. Yeah, all the wisdom of the tribes that actually use this medicine as, their practice
Yes.
to evolve and
Yes.
to heal.
Yes. It's thousands of years of tradition.
Yeah, so that's amazing.
So, and you can feel it all here.
Yeah, it's a different experience.
Certainly. It's as deep as you can go.
Yeah.
It's here. So, there are levels, of course. But if you want to reach the bottom of it, it's here.
Yeah.
And actually, when you reach the bottom, you understand that there is no bottom. But that's how you know it's a bottom.
Yeah,
You know
when
what
you
I mean?
realize that.
When you realize that it's bottomless, then you understand that that's the bottom.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just infinite, endless journey inside, inward and outside. It's both. You experience the world and you experience yourself.
Yeah.
You go inward and you also go outside of yourself. So it's both. I see myself after I had maybe 2,000 ceremonies already by now, and who knows how many thousands more will be before my time will be out. But even then, I will just be a student.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's
there's
just a
always-
true state of things.
There's always more that the medicine
Yeah.
can teach you.
Absolutely, and that's what you can observe in this life. That's what you can.
Yeah.
That's what you're supposed to, and then you move on.
Yeah. Because I feel like in terms of healing, Wachuma just heals layers,
Yeah.
but it's like it doesn't stop. It just keeps going deeper and
Yes,
deeper and very
yes.
gently, just like one step at a time.
Yes, layers that you don't even know exist.
Exactly.
That's why when people come back here, they are so surprised because they thought they already understood everything.
Yeah.
Just spend a month and it's like, okay, I've seen it all. That's just a first step
Seriously.
of
Yeah.
endless, stairway
To
to
heaven.
heaven. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like a one step of
Yeah.
it, you know.
Yeah.
It's like then you come back, then you go deeper and more layer falls off. It's like an onion, and until you come to your core, and there's more still, you know.
Yeah.
But it's not like you have to chase a goal. It's not like the goal is to get to the core of thing. The thing is that you find joy in the process as you peeling off, as you walk the path. You find joy and you grow through it, and every step is important, and you know you're building. You know, so it's
Yeah.
not like I want to fast forward and see what's there.
Yeah.
Not at all.
I mean, there's no way you can do this in 3 months or however long your stay is. There's always more layers to go through,
Yeah,
but
and you have time to live through the
Yeah.
lessons too. You have to, what medicine teaches you, you have to go home and you have to
integrate.
integrate and live it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you grow out of it,
Mm-hmm.
and then you bring that back, and then you kind of revisit the whole thing and learn more,
Yeah.
and go back and live that again. That's the process. So, you know, plant medicine it's truly a miracle that is present on this earth with us, and knowing about this and not experiencing it's just a big loss.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it's okay if you're not aware of it and you just don't know, but if you know about this, if it has reached you already, then see this as a calling, you know.
Yeah.
Just hearing about this is already a calling.
Yeah.
Look into it, do your own research, understand different plant medicines, and certainly take advantage of this opportunity, because you know nobody knows what's farther and how the world will be, and if the traveling will be possible. We already saw that
Yeah.
in the previous years that it wasn't possible. You know, it's not like it's not a guarantee that the plane will be flying, and nothing is guaranteed.
Of course.
You know, so take advantage of this and discover this for yourself and find healing and guidance and understanding that you need to live a happy, healthy, fearless life.
Yeah, and you can't even begin to imagine the healing that can take place. Like it's beyond words and it's beyond expectations too. Even if
Yeah.
you expect the world, you get more every
Yes.
time. Every time.
Yes. Well, it starts from booking your flight and coming to Peru and
Yeah.
having the experience for yourself.
Mhm.
You know, you can read. You don't get healed by reading about healing. You know, you need to experience healing.
And Sergey also has 3 books that you can purchase and read if you want to, dive deeper into Wachuma medicine and get like
Yeah.
a very detailed idea of what this medicine does, at least in Sergey's experience.
Yeah,
And like you
as
said,
much as I could describe in words, you know.
exactly.
It goes beyond that too, but we need to have some kind of
Yeah.
bridge, you
Yeah.
know, so I try to do that with my words.
With over 2,000 ceremonies, I think you have a proper idea of what
A
you're
good
talking
idea
about.
what it is.
Right.
Yeah. I think I understand
Yeah.
that to an extent.
Sergey in Peru, I feel like he's the person that can really hold space and support people the best, with your different experiences and especially where you come from. It's not like you come from a shaman lineage, you come from real life. So you can actually relate to people and understand where everybody comes from and then help them, to take steps with the medicine.
I'm in your shoes, just like you, you know.
Yeah.
Like you're down to earth people, you know. Just living our lives and
Yeah.
trying to make it better for ourselves and to others. All right.
All right. This wraps it up.
All right.
Thank you so much for this interview, Sergey.
You're welcome.
All right.
All right, guys.
Bye.
kay sumak despacho, kay sumak ofrenda, kay ritual sanación, kay wasipi sumak tarpuy kunanqa kachun, sumak energía kachun, sumak apu cóndor chay kamuy, sumak apu águila, sumak pachamama, apu puma kunanqa churaykamuy, bendiciy kamuy kunanqa, kay wasimpi, kay hogarninpi, pachamama mama qocha, kay sumak, kay wasi tawantin, sumak suyu kunanqa kaymanta, kay wawqinchis Sergio, hinallataq kay pananchis Mercedes, kay wasimpi, hogarninpi tukuy sunqunwan churaykamusunki. Apu inti tayta mamakilla sumak anchayta churaykuy kay pananchis Mercedes. Sumak energía ñawpaqman purinanpaq hinallataq wawqinchis Sergio. Sumak saludninpi, trabajunpi bendicisqa kachun. Pachamama bendicionta churaykuy. Sumak kay ofrenda ritual kay 1 agosto nisqapi. Sumakta Pachamama. Sonqoy kiwan kay lugarpi. Sumak sonqo. Sumak kay corazón. Sumak Pachamama. Inti tayta sumak anchayta churaykuy. Pachamamita bendicikuy. Kay wawqinchis Sergio pananchis Mercedes. Sumak kay Huachuma Wasipi. Sumakta Pachamama. Wachuma, 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 Thank you.